One of the best parts about being mayor is meeting a steady stream of talented people, making Madison, our community, an exceptional place to live.
The City of Madison has been active in pursuing and recruiting new businesses such as this one, Old Black Bear Brewing Company, as well as other small boutiques and retail places to fill some of the existing vacant buildings in downtown Madison. Madison City Council has approved funding for some new improvements in the downtown historical area. Some of it's on-street new parking, pedestrian-friendly environment, and new sustainable landscaping. The facelift we've done brings more things to do and more visitors to the downtown area.
The 35th Annual Madison Street Festival was held in beautiful downtown historic Madison on October 5th, 2015. The festival is a celebration of the people, art, food, and music of Madison. The annual event is staffed by an all-volunteer committee. The festival includes an artist alley, car show, children's area, entertainment, expo area, arts and crafts, information booths, food vendors, and much more. The Madison Street Festival has been recognized as one of the top 20 festivals in the state of Alabama. The festival gives back to the community in the form of grants and scholarships. In 2015, 19 grants were awarded, totaling almost $6,000, in addition to a $1,000 scholarship to a deserving senior at both Bob Jones and James Clemens High Schools. The Madison Street Festival, another gem that makes Madison unique.
Our economy is growing and our finances are improving. In 2015, we completed our fiscal year with the highest revenue in the past 8 years. That strong economic growth is allowing us to make a lot of improvements in our city.
The City of Madison IT Department has expanded public Wi-Fi spots around town to include City Hall, Dublin Park, the Senior Center, Palmer Park, and the historic downtown.
In the past, we've always had to finance the purchase of a new fire truck, but we're able to pay for this truck with one check.
Well, as you know, County Line Road is under construction and has been so for quite a while. We hope it completes in the end of 2016, but you can't put a hard hammer on any of those dates. When we're through, though, I think people will like it. We'll have 5 good lanes of traffic the entire way and do away with the dangerous 4-lane spots we have now. Both sides of the road will be curbed and guttered. We'll have less flooding. We'll also have 10 miles worth of pedestrian pathways on both sides of the road. They'll also be able to connect at Heritage Elementary School with our greenway, which will be a nice addition.
At the start of the trailhead on Rainbow Mountain, there's a new place to have a picnic and relax. This beautiful pavilion was built as a joint project between the City of Madison, Madison County Commissioner Steve Haraway, and the Land Trust of North Alabama. Because of the strong partnerships that exist between the city and other local governments and organizations, we're able to accomplish more for our residents.
The Madison City Police Department was fortunate enough to receive a $320,000 grant from local citizens, from Madison and from Huntsville. This grant allowed us to purchase 8 brand new patrol cars, fully equipped with all of the equipment that the officers need to keep them and our community safe.
A lot of residents sell items on Craigslist, but they don't want strangers coming to their homes. The Madison Police Department offers a safe zone right here at City Hall where Craigslist buyers and sellers can meet and feel secure.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Pleasure.
I'm pleased to report the city has received an ISO rating of 1. That's the highest rating a city can receive. We're one of only 2 places in the state of Alabama with that top rating.
This year, Memory Gardens was landscaped, all 3 cemeteries had driveways paved, and naming arches were installed here at the Old Madison Cemetery. The Old Madison Cemetery was also placed on the Historic Register. History was also made with the collaborative efforts of Madison Utilities and the City of Madison. They now meet monthly to coordinate maintenance and plan future projects. Their first joint project took place this year, saving half of the maintenance cost to each.
Breedland Companies recently purchased more than 200 acres at the Intergraph campus along Interstate 565 in Wall Triana. This addition makes Town Madison one of the largest developments of its kind in the southeast, with more than 2 miles of interstate frontage and 700 acres for prime development. They'll demolish these old buildings and start redevelopment in the near future. A new road will link Intergraph property with Zert Road. Town Madison received federal and state approval for a new interchange near Zert Road. Final design is underway and construction is expected to begin early this year. with completion slated for the summer of 2017.
The Madison Chamber of Commerce had an amazing year with a record growth in our membership and our events. We had over 10,000 at Taste the Spirit of Madison, which was Madison's first Alabama Barbecue Association competition in Madison. The Business Expo and Small Business Awards are soaring to new heights in our community. As you can see, Connect continues to grow with almost 600 in attendance this year. Come join us at all these events.
After reviewing data from 134 school districts in the state of Alabama, a research company called Niche has ranked Madison City Schools in the top 3 districts of the state.
These are 3 of our 35 National Merit semifinalists, students in the top 1% in the country.
57% of all Madison students walk across the graduation stage with a scholarship.
The key, innovation in how we teach and how students learn.
Well, one example is Flip Classroom. What that means is I film my lesson in advance and kids watch it for homework. Then when they come in, they would do what essentially would be their homework during class time where I can troubleshoot. It's a great idea because all of the passive learning, the lecture, happens at home. Then when they come into class, they have a teacher as their facilitator to do the active learning, the creation, the problem solving, the troubleshooting. So whenever they have an issue, I'm there to help them.
I believe student-led conferences are a breakthrough in communication between home and school. It helps the student with real-life communication skills.
Build what's on there, then we write it down in this book.
I've watched some of these student-led conferences, and it's just a joy to see the kids take ownership in their learning and the excitement that they have because now they have set personal goals, they have an academic goal, and for them to be able to express it to the teachers and their parents, their success, it is great walking into the classroom seeing that, yes.
So they're actually showing things that they have accomplished in the classroom to their parents. And in the same token, they're being evaluative of it. They're able to say what they did well and also take a look at it and say what that they need to improve on.
Parents really love it as well too because they can hear from their kids exactly what they're learning and where they need to grow.
Over the summer, I went to a Model Schools conference, and there was a presenter there, and he was talking about Makerspace, and he had all these great pictures and talked about how innovative it was, and I texted Sandy right there in the session and said, hey Sandy, we got to make this happen.
It's really all about let's go in there and let's see what you can do. You're taking this idea, let's see what you can do with it, how you can then take the tools that are in here and create something out of that. We have robots that work with iPad apps that the students can code. We have iMac computers that the students are using for podcasting. They're using to edit video. We've got the green screen. So really anything that you could think of that the kids can get their hands on and use to create. That's something called a makey-makey. It's actually a very simple concept. It plugs into a computer using a USB cord. They were in there this morning and they had it hooked up to a piano keyboard. So they had the alligator clips into the cups of water, and so by holding on to the end that grounds it, then they were able to play the piano using the water. They love it. I have gotten so much just amazing feedback from them from the very first day that we opened it up to them. Kids are in here every day. They're in here all day long, in and out.
We have a brand new refuel hour. The kids love it. They can use the time for tutoring, not only tutoring but makeup work. Some students ride the bus and they can't come early, they can't stay after. So they like having the time just to come in and say, can you go over this with me real quick before the test? Or can I make up that test that I missed yesterday? They can join clubs and organizations. They can have a nice long hour lunch. It's things they can do they normally wouldn't have time to do throughout the day.
In Madison City Schools, with digital citizenship, we really want to teach by allowing the students to do. Children from kindergarten all the way up through seniors in high school are creating digital portfolios in various ways at the various levels, and they understand how to bombard the internet with positivity so that they can improve their digital footprint and make their presence known online. Students at the elementary level are putting things on their digital portfolios like their artwork, they're videoing themselves in their athletics programs, and then all the way up through the high school level, we've got high school students who are doing all types of things in their digital portfolios, including things like their internships and other types of things so that they can get better scholarships to college or they can get internships after college, and many students have already gotten jobs just from doing a digital portfolio.
This year we have a record-setting 62 kids who are registered in the K-3 section. That's our youngest section of competitive chess. Our parents in Madison are great because they are so supportive when their kids come to play chess tournaments. In a chess tournament, it lasts all day and every child plays 5 rounds. So they come back and forth in between each round and they are greeted by their parents, their teachers, their coaches who are giving them a lot of support throughout the day. I mean, this is a Saturday. We have kids, over 170 kids here in Madison, spending their day thinking, strategizing, doing things that you want every kid to be able to do.
When you see the citizenship, the innovation, and the determination in our students, you know that minds are being developed, and hearts too.
A place to work, learn, and live really well in Madison.